Hello, Steve White, Steve White 39. Well, I have just discovered Kim's Convenience. Now, yeah, I know, where have I been for the last 5 years? Well, not in Canada. Now, I discovered ET Canada a little while ago. I was looking for something and I watched the show and I was like, oh, the host is cute. He turned out to be straight. But I kept watching it and they did an article about this show, Kim's Convenience, that had been cancelled abruptly in its fifth season. Nobody knew why. And I didn't think much about it. And then I saw the previews for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And of course I noticed the actor Simu Lui because he's gorgeous. And I'm like, oh, who's he? And I'm like, oh, he was in that show that got cancelled. And I'm like, oh, maybe like he ended up because he was going to go be a Marvel star. I don't know. So I thought, I'll have a look. And it was really good. Being in the middle of COVID, lockdown again, all this stuff, it just was great to have something to watch and laugh. And my God, the main actor, Paul Sim Lee, I think I've said that wrong. He's so funny as Appa. Oh my God, he's so funny. And he's just adorable. He's been in other things. He's in The Mandalorian and God, something else. He's had some success the last couple of years because of the show. Oh, he's so funny. I mean, I was watching this between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning because I'd been up all night. And I had to I'm laughing and I have to be quiet because the neighbors and everything, because I was just laughing out loud so much. It was so good. And the show has an interesting history because basically the guy who wrote it was an actor, Asian actor. He couldn't get any work because he's Asian, no roles. So he decided to not be a victim and wrote his own play, basically. And don't call me now. This guy. So he wrote a play for himself, and he wrote himself in as the son, and it went around all the not distributors, whoever finances plays, and no one wanted it, no one would touch it. Eventually it got made and it went on at some sort of fringe festival and it was huge. It was sold out. There were people around lines around the corner sort of to get in, and it ran for 5 years and it was hugely successful. And the actor who plays Appa in the TV show is the same one who played him in the play, and the mother as well, Jin Yoon, who plays what's that? Because Appa is the Korean name for dad, and they refer to her as mum, and they use the Korean word as well. And I've forgotten if it's Uma with two M's. I think it's Uma, yeah. So I remember thinking it's like Uma Thurman, but with two M's. So they brought those two on, and the writer stayed the writer, and they hired Simu Lui, and they have another actor who plays his friend, Andrew Fong, and then they have this really useless white actress called Nicole Power, who plays the boss of Simu Lui's character, and she's just always trying to pick him up, and she's funny because the show is really well written, but she can't act. And we'll get to how tragic all her role is. So the show went for 5 years. In the fourth year, it was renewed for fifth and sixth season, so everyone was expecting a sixth season. And then Simu gets the role of the Marvel character, and then they go off and make the film, and the film's about to be released. And they announced earlier this year, I think in February, that the show has been cancelled. Everyone assumed that it was because Simu had walked in there and been like, I'm a Marvel star, you have to pay me all this money now, I'm not available, I'm too busy making Marvel movies, I can't do this little TV series. Never happened. His people were totally flexible with his time and everything. They worked. He's been blamed for the show being cancelled, and he's flat out come out and said this was not because of money or schedules. Basically, the producers of the show, who didn't produce the original play, I think they just came in and said, wow, this play is amazing, let's make a TV show of it. They just walked away. They just decided to end the show for no reason, no financial reason, no network reason, no ratings reason, no star turns, nothing like that. They just decided to cancel it. And they've decided in their infinite wisdom to spin off the one white character into her own show. And that is exactly what it sounds like, I think. And Simu's basically come right out and said it too. And he's really upset that basically they spun off the one white character from the show. So the character that Nicole Power plays, I've forgotten her name, I don't care. I mean, like I said, her scenes are funny because the show is so well written. It doesn't matter how bad she acts and that she's uninteresting. Her show is called Strays, and it's about her character moving to a town called Hamilton and setting up a new business. So how boring. But so she gets her own show and they get cancelled. Now this show has become a phenomenon. It's become part of the culture. It's defying stereotypes. It's groundbreaking in so much as it's focused on an Asian Canadian family, and not going so over the top that they just make a joke out of these people. They're real people. You care about them. The son isn't your stereotypical, overachieving, nerdy, uncomfortable around women sort of Asian character. He's basically he's just like a white guy because he's been raised in Canada his whole life. So he's just like all the other guys. He just wants to play computer games with his dumb friends and fail upwards, and that's what he does. And he's good at it because that's the point because he's not being the stereotypical Asian character. I think it makes him a little bit less attractive because I hate those characters because that's like every white guy, and but I see the point of it, and it's good because obviously he's grown up being demasculized as an Asian man, and he wants this character to be this heartthrob that's being chased by this the lady in the show. And he's happy to be objectified. If you look at his Instagram, every other post he's got his shirt off because he's kind of fighting this stereotype of Asian men not being sexy and not being attractive and not being desirable. So he's very happy to be a Marvel character. He actually apparently messaged or tweeted at Marvel like 4 years ago. I think it was 2004. So it was like 4 years before he got the role. And he said, "Oh, gee, Marvel, you guys have done a good job of Captain Marvel or Thor or whatever, but how about an Asian American character?" He said himself, he should have said Asian, Canadian character, but Asian American character. And they finally did it. Now, apparently Shang-Chi was a member of, I think, the X-Men or something, and one of the groups, and he just got left out when they went to the films, for some reason. I don't know, it might have been because he was Asian. They finally decided to make the film, and it's getting a lot of crap because from all the usual suspects, from all the fandom menace people who, of course, there's no reason for what possible reason could there be to have a film with an Asian character or an Asian actor? I mean, my God, it must just be diversity. It must just be there for the sake of it. There's no reason why this character that's been around for all these years would have any reason to be made into a film or anything. It's us just pandering. So I'm not impressed with any of that. And I watched the preview. It looked good. It didn't look like amazing or anything. It just looked like a good action hero film. And Simu seems to do a good job with the martial arts because he's a gymnast and he studied martial arts before all of that, which surprises a lot of people because obviously his role on Kim's Convenience, is nothing like his role in the Marvel film. So I don't know. I'm just really happy to find this show. Like I said, it was just making me laugh so much. And there's a little bit of an issue with Netflix because apparently not all the seasons are available. I think I have the 5th season already that I own, and at least I think the first 3 seasons are available to watch, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch 4. But I'm going to take my time. I don't want to run through it all in one go. I want to sort of spread it out and make it last. But I'm just really glad I found the show. I think it's really great. I just wanted to do a video about something I enjoyed instead of complaining about something like I'm always complaining about Star Trek or the COVIDiots or something. So this is something I really enjoyed. I'm glad this guy made this play out of his life, and he made this role for himself and he made this show. And it's just sad that it got shut down for no reason. The producers just walked away just because they felt like it. They just didn't want to make the show. Apparently it meant nothing to them. They didn't get the significance of it. This show should have gone on for 10 years. I mean, easily. It's just a real pity, and I hope the actors all get roles. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how well Shang-Chi's gonna do. There's the usual suspects are saying it's going to be a failure. That Asian people don't want it, and the white people don't want it because it's just made for the China market, and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, I have no idea if there's any truth in any of that. Probably not. But we'll see how it does. The point is, little Asian boys will be able to point to him and say, I can be that character, and they can dress up as him as Halloween, because who was there before Jackie Chan? That was about it, really. Jet Li, they're real people, not characters. So they're actors, not characters. So this is one of the first characters that, aside from like Bruce Lee's characters, so it's a good thing. I'm glad it's happening. I'm enjoying it, and I've been watching a lot of interviews with Simu, and he's really, really trying hard to speak out against the stereotypes about Asian men. And I think it's really good because as someone who's dated a lot of Asian men, I've seen firsthand the crap they go through, and it's ridiculous. And I just hope, he's successful. I just wish the show was going on. It really sucks to find something and it's already over, and you've only got 65 episodes because, in the current TV climate, they were making 13 episodes a season. So, which I think is kind of bad luck. I don't think you should do that. If you're making a TV show, make 12 or 14. Don't make 13 episodes. I don't think that's good. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. What you think? Do you like the show? Do you think it's funny? I just love Appa. I just love him. He's life at the moment. He's giving me something to laugh about, and feel better about. So I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.